to my live. It just said, fuck it, goodbye. But I am here. So, um, okay, yeah. So, yeah, it was definitely up. But I am back on. I'll wait for you guys to come back on. But as I was saying, like for someone like Wilder and Joshua, you know, that fight could easily be boring as shit. But as far as Eddie Hearn goes, Eddie Hearn and he like in Joshua fighting Wilder, it would have to be good enough of a payout that it would be legitimate or it would be safe to cash out. So I don't think it would just be like, oh, well, yeah, because it has to be 50, 60 million bucks. You know what I mean? This is a Joshua fight, by the way. And then Wilder, you know, is a guy that's accustomed to big paydays because of the Tyson Fury bid, you know? But both of those guys basically made their names off the back of AJ. See, if there was no Anthony Joshua, this would be one whack ass division. Why? Because there will be nothing else to look forward to. Everything has been done that's going to be. The only thing is we would have to look forward to is Tyson beating the rest of the guys. Tyson's already beat Wilder. Tyson's already beat Wilder more than once. So what else for Wilder? You know, we could probably Usyk would be a different type of fight, but it wouldn't be what it was. Why? Because if there was no Joshua to fight Usyk or for Usyk to beat, then therefore it wouldn't be a big incentive for Usyk to fight to beat Tyson. But then it wouldn't matter anyway because Tyson really didn't do anything since Klitschko, but to fight Wilder. But Wilder wouldn't be shit because Wilder had no one to talk up. See, once Wilder started talking about Joshua and called him coward and scared and A Juice and J and you know what I mean, all those type of things he told him, and like that made Wilder Wilder. Wilder knew that. Wilder knew. Let me talk up the Joshua fight. If it doesn't happen, people are still talking about me. All I got to keep doing is knocking people out like I always been. The only difference now is I got an audience. Now, I didn't have one before. I didn't have one when it was with Golden Boy. And, you know, I didn't have one really with Al Heyman. Yeah, domestic bullshit. All the guys from PBC, Fox, and Showtime, they knew you. But like the general masses didn't know who Wilder was because Wilder wasn't on that wide scale. Heavyweight division was shit anyway because the Klitschko's dominated for so long that when we thought of the heavyweight division, we were like, nah, man, I'm good. I don't want to see fucking bored ass Klitschko fight. You know what I mean? And nobody knocked Klitschko out of that box to give us some excitement. Wilder sure as hell didn't do it. Not saying he didn't want to because I was told he very well hell wanted to, but he just didn't get it. Unverified Bear, shout out from London, UK. What's up, brother? CP to you too. Hit that like button when you guys come back, okay? Because I had some technical difficulties. I don't know why. But anyway, I got a phone call and I had to take it. So it was rather important. But anyway, but yeah, Joshua, bro, made the heavyweight division what it was. So not only was he the gold Olympian, he came onto the scene knocking people out. He was fast tracked. He had a good style. He had power. He was that quote unquote good guy. So he got endorsements and sponsorships and shit like that. So money was coming in. People loved him. You know what I mean? And then he got on a platform, and Tyson Fury fucked us all because he decided to beat Vladimir. So he did what people were asking someone to do, but he didn't finish. So Joshua came around with his momentum getting bigger and bigger and bigger. He came and he finished what Tyson Fury started. A lot of people don't understand that. See, Vladimir Klitschko was a problem for anybody because he was a guy that refused to go anywhere. See, if Vladimir Klitschko would have beat Joshua, he would have still been fighting people. And you know what's sad though? Here's the sad thing. Tyson Fury didn't come back to 18, right? So he didn't come back to a year later. We might have seen another Tyson Fury Vladimir fight, maybe. Because at that point, Vlad would have had to fight either Unify like Joshua did in 18 with Joe Parker, or he had to fight the WBA, which was Luis Ortiz. So, you know, he would have fought one of those guys. And as of Wilder, though, Wilder would have still been fighting low-level people. He wouldn't have got the Luis Ortiz fight because Luis Ortiz would want to fight his mandatory or the challenger because he's the mandatory. So that wouldn't have been. So Wilder wouldn't have got that fight. He wasn't really qualified enough or did enough to fight Vladimir. Those guys shared the same management company. So basically, this is how it was. Wilder wasn't a big enough name to fight Vlad. Vlad would have fought someone like Luis Ortiz, and then we don't know who would have won that because that would have probably been a very good fight. But, you know, and then if Vlad would have beat up Luis Ortiz, and then maybe Wilder would have came out of his shell and stopped letting Shelly Finkel speak for him, well, we might have saw a Vladimir Wilder fight. So, good evening, brother from Alabama, Josh Godgins. Appreciate you, brother. Kind of punch to you. What's up with John Frotty? Black Pepper. Kurt, do you follow Arslanbek fight? No, but I should. Luis is asthmatic, whatever that means. Good evening from Sweden. JTL, Topentine. Tyson has a fear of losing, and he knows that could beat him. AJ, Usyk, an above-average skill boxer would give him problems. Well, based on what we heard John Fury say, and based on what we heard Tyson Fury say, those guys were cherry-picking fighters. John Fury just let the cat out of the bag. Counterpunch. Luke Brasington. Shout out Kurt from the UK. Appreciate you, Luke. Goldhanger, evening from the UK. Man, UK's big up in there. You guys hit that like button as the numbers start to grow, right? Topentine from NYC, New York City. But yeah, they were picking fights, bro. See, they picked Wilder because they knew Wilder had problems. He wasn't a full developed fighter. He was just one hell of a puncher. They could deal with that. UK smashed boxing. Kurt, who wins, Prime Luis Ortiz or Zhilei Zhang? Prime Luis Ortiz. Who do you think will end up to sit on the undisputed throne? Whoever is around longer that actually wants it. I don't think Tyson wants it undisputed. I don't think he does. If Tyson retires and he actually gives up the belt, I see someone like Joshua, Jared fighting someone like Jared Anderson. Now that would be a good fight. Jared Anderson would have to beat someone like Frank Sanchez or Otto Wallin to become that man. Because Otto ain't going nowhere. He has one last. He's looking for that next big fight. So Wilder, he ain't gonna stay around forever because he'll be 38 this year. He's 37 years old. But mind you, Wilder though doesn't drink, doesn't smoke. As far as I know, he doesn't abuse his body. He's an athletic, built guy anyway, like a fucking track star, like a damn Usain Bolt built cat, but just with broad shoulders. So he might fight to 41, 42 years old. So it could be him. Wilder could be the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, based on who he fights, though. Olaf B, Germany in the building. If Wilder retires, AJ, LDBC are going to be super happy. Oh man, more than that, because a lot of people are not even claiming LDBC no more. Like it's people I thought that were on that like in that group. They're not even in that group. They're claiming new media and all that shit now. So you better be careful. You can't say new media. They'll try to sue you. You know, but Wilder smokes weed and drinks wine every now and again. Okay, nothing wrong with that. Every now and again, at least. Hell, wine will help you, especially red wine, if you don't drink it all the time. It's good for your heart. Now, if you drink a bottle every day, yeah, that'll do you in. It'll kill your sex drive and it'll fuck up your heart and everything. Otto feels he paid his dues and don't want to fight cheaply. Well, understand this too. I mean, he was undefeated and he got a good performance. I mean, I think he's just as good as Jermaine Franklin, if not better. What do you think of Big Baby Anderson's pink attire? I think he's a colorful brother. Shit, I mean, if we're gonna talk about Jared Anderson's pink attire, let's talk about Miguel Cotto's pink every fucking thing. I heard whiskey is also good for your circulation. Yeah, if you drink a certain amount of it. Fury already said he would never fight AJ. Fury said he wouldn't fight a lot of people. Fury just talking shit. Canelo Ryder. Yeah, that's coming on this weekend, right? Yeah, the 7th. Canelo's going to destroy Ryder. And if Ryder fucking upsets Canelo, yo, that would be big. That would be mad. That would be some shit, man. Got a feeling Zhang could be the next opponent for Fury. I would give Fury props for taking that fight. I would say, well done, Fury. Let's see what you can do with him. That would be a good fight, actually. Two big guys like that getting it on. Southpaw. Imagine Zhang upsets fucking Tyson Fury, what that would do to the boxing world. People would cry, piss, and moan, man. I feel like Zhang is all wrong for Fury. He is. A sharpshooting southpaw like that with some height on him, that's aggressive. And let's say Tyson can't move like people claim he still can. And he's a guy that tries to go in there and try to take on a banger. And then you fuck around and get big banged. My mate, but would that really surprise people? If Wilder went in there, fought Zhilei Zhang, and then when you see it, seeing something unravel before your eyes, it's like the truth is talking to you at that point. It's like the hindsight is saying, you see what you get, Fury? You see what you get? Now you're getting your ass whooped. Oh, you got hit with another left. Oh, that right hook hurt you, didn't it? Oh shit, what are we really looking at? You're looking at a guy that made his whole second part of his career on the back of somebody undeveloped like Deontay Wilder. But at the same time, made everybody think that Wilder was so dangerous, which he is. But he made them think that Wilder was so dangerous by saying things like he's the biggest puncher in heavyweight history. There's no doubt about it. I was dead for a while. I was knocked out for a while. He hit me so hard. I'm the only one that can take that shot. I'm the only one that can take and withstand that punch from Wilder and still get up. I rose up like Lazarus from this hard-hitting guy. Hearing that type of stuff gives people the perception that Tyson Fury was in there with a guy that was much worse than what he really was. So at the very end of the day, people, he goes in there with Zhang and gets his ass whooped. That just lets you know that reputations are only reputations, and they're not true fact. People have earned reputations, and you have to keep earning reputations. But fighting someone like Deontay Wilder again and again and again and again and again, And then you go in there with somebody that's a southpaw, that knows how to box, that has a vast amateur background as well. Come on now. Come on. And then you're sitting there like shit. What are we looking at? And Zhang goes in there and fucking Fury up. Each time Fury tries to jam, he pops him with a left hand. That's some scary shit. Because all I'm thinking of is no. Because I want to see Fury for the undisputed now. You're fucking the money up. You know? Has no power was Kubrat Pulev, and we saw what happened. AJ can improve the right hand, though, and lean the punch through the target rather than an arm punch. AJ is making Eddie and Barry, aka Daddy, the 109 million back. He fought anyone now. Olef B. Zhang is way too slow. Fury is 6'9" and 270. Zhang is 6'6" and 270 something. You know, I mean, that look. I'm just saying. But what the fuck are we doing? Talking. What the fuck does Tyson Fury do more of anything in his life besides drink or do drugs? Is fucking talk. Now, when he starts taking these fights with Zhang and, you know, Joyce and, you know what I mean? When he takes those fights, I'll tell you one thing. I bet you got some money. I bet you got some Counterpunch Boxing News money that Fury fights Ruiz before he ever fights Zhang. I bet you that shit. Fury is 6'7". Okay, I'll have to give you that. He's a southpaw. I'm just saying. If Zhang goes in there and mops the floor with Tyson Fury, then we will all know game over. Okay? The bullshit stops now. Because now we've seen the result of somebody picking a hard fight for one of the first times in his life and not really knowing the outcome. You're just believing what will happen, or you just believing what normally happens based on the opponent you have, and you're there with a big southpaw that likes to counter. No. Ask yourself this question. If Zhang is slow, you think Zhang is slower than Derek Chisora? By yes or Y or N, do you guys think Zhilei Zhang is slower than Derek Chisora? Can somebody tell me that? Y or N? Let's get interactive here. Do you think Zhang is slower than Derek Chisora? Okay. Unverified Bear, nope. Bacon and Eggs, nope. Xavier Williams, nope. Topentine, nope. Abel Archer, nope. Zhang more dangerous than Chisora. He's faster too. Yep. Chisora is more aggressive, but Zhang is quicker by a mile. Yep. Bacon and Eggs. Morning, brother. Top of the morning to you. Bacon and Eggs. Wakey. Eggs and bakey. Bars. Strangeness. Fury don't like the southpaw crosses to the stomach. Nope. I think Zhang beats Dubois in my opinion. I do too. I think he fucks his eye back up. I think he fucks his eye up more than he did the other guy, because this is what Daniel Dubois does. Daniel Dubois finds out that he's not the better boxer in these fights. And then he tries to just blast you out with 4 or 5 punch combinations. If that doesn't work, he's finished. They're strong. They're hard. They're savage. But if he can't take you out with 4 or 5 punches that he throws, you can pick him apart. He has problems. Zhang has short, sharp punches. Yep. If Fury Usyk happens for undisputed, then who your money on? Usyk. If it's this year. Now, next year, you're... No. We got to re-talk about that. Because that's all in the plan. If all of a sudden you got Tyson Fury ready to... Let's say if this time next year, Usyk fights 2 other fighters besides Fury or anybody that has anything to do with undisputed. He fights 2 of his mandatories. He beats Ergovic and he beats Daniel Dubois. He goes 10 rounds with Daniel Dubois. He takes some shots. He gets Daniel Dubois out of there. He goes 12 rounds with Filip Hrgovic. And then all of a sudden, he doesn't look the same. He's looking like Vasyl Lomachenko in his last fight. And then all of a sudden, a fight gets made, like out of the nowhere. Frank comes up, oh, Tyson's ready to fight Alexander Usyk tomorrow if he's ready, if he signs the contract. Oh, now though. Dubois can't get down low. His balance isn't great. Same with Joyce. They're just stood straight up with no upper body movement. Yeah, Joyce is a big, tough dummy. I like Joyce, but he's just not, he's a good guy to get your rounds in. Who has Dubois beaten to rank so high? Sad, Usyk will fight him instead of the top people. Would prefer Zhang. Usyk didn't look too sharp as usual in his last fight. Well, understand, Usyk was at war too. And I think Usyk kind of does that shit. Well, Usyk, to be fair, he wasn't the first Usyk fight when he first fought Joshua. He was a different beast. He was faster. He was sharper. Now, let's just hope, people, that ain't because he's just wearing down as a professional and his body and his reflexes are catching up with him due to his age, because he spent all that time in the amateurs. He's wasted a lot of those that time and that talent fighting, in the Olympics, right? They knew Wilder has the lowest punch output in the heavyweight division. Kurt, do you think someone will break George Foreman's record of becoming the oldest heavyweight champion of the world? No time soon, unless Vladimir Klitschko comes back. Frank Warren wanted Dubois and Joyce inflict damage on Usyk before he fights. Yeah, they knew that, though. As it gets past Usyk and it goes further around, this guy's almost 40 years old. Usyk got too big, and I think 220 is fine for him. Yeah. I mean, he can move those legs. He can move that body. He's more mobile. He's faster. I think he can throw more punches. I think his stamina is better. Yeah. We don't know, so pick Usyk over Fury. Speed goes first. I just see Fury, though, rallying Usyk, too. That would be a fight that, like, Tyson would press Usyk, and then Usyk would press back on Tyson. That's what I want to see. That's what I definitely want to see. So, at the very end of the day, man, I want to see Fury and Usyk, and I want to see Anthony Joshua and Wilder. Then we'll work things out to see who the winner is when that time comes. What if Andy gets one of his lucky punches from the gods on Fury? We'll see how Fury can take that shot. But I see Fury surviving, though. I don't see him trying to beat up Andy. I see him surviving so he can recuperate and just putting punches together. Usyk would frustrate Tyson Fury with his movement, and Tyson will start using cheating tactics. Yeah, and he could probably get himself disqualified. Unless you got fighters like Lawrence Cole or some shit like that. Fury just a journeyman and will be sparked if he ever decides to fight the best. Tyson would like to tie Usyk up like boring Fury Vlad fight. Kurt, Zhilei Zhang would knock out Derek Chisora. Yeah, he would. Derek wants that fight too. Derek wants to get in where he fits in. That's what he wants to do. Gold hanger. Who's the best right now? Usyk, who's the faker? AJ, he lost on purpose. He wants the cokeback kid fame, and he's welcome to it. But the top of boxing, why can't we have a league system? I don't know. Usyk cheats too. You are not supposed to push people two-handed. I mean, a lot of times, like I seen him push Joshua. Joshua's holding. Love this boxing forum. Curtis King, Gold Hanger, appreciate you, brother. No, I mean, yeah, it might be frustrating, but Joshua was holding. What do you want from him? AJ got no belief in himself. The whole heavyweight division is unzipping their pants looking at AJ. Ooh, that's crazy. Fresh fist. No, I'm 18 stone. I got 18 for you. No! Joshua's a big guy, but needs to learn to clinch properly. He does. He's not good at that shit at all. He looks like an awkward man trying to dance with an awkward dancing partner. He's been doing since the amateurs. Check Usyk's versus Visser. Well, I mean, I've seen fighters push each other. That's a misdemeanor, if anything. It's shit. It's more frustrating to hold. Kurt, who wins? Zhilei Zhang versus Jarrell Miller. Nah, Zhang fucks Jarrell Miller up. It would be a good fight because Jarrell Miller's tough. And Jarrell Miller leads in with his head. He got that big ass head. And but I think, and then he's shorter though, so I want to see more people like him in combat. Usyk is a perfect example that you don't need to be a bad boy to be dangerous. Strangeness, that's true. Usyk will get you, man. He will bang you up. And and look at Joshua. He had Joshua swollen. I couldn't see. I couldn't see the punch coming. I couldn't see him coming. So I read up a bit. Got me a bit tired. He never clinched. AJ's muscles are too tight to clinch. Miller fights similar to Joyce, but for a weaker punching power. Big Baby wants a big fight and retire. Usyk is good in the clinch too. He just slips out of it. Yeah, he doesn't like to get in the clinch. Or he pushes you to fuck off like he did AJ. Deontay Wilder would fuck up Daniel Dubois. Well, he would just knock him out. He would knock him out cold. You imagine it? Dude, Dubois versus Wilder? Dude, I would love for someone to say, I would love to bet money on Wilder in that fight. Nice day wherever you are, Kurt. Yeah, it's beautiful, man. This is Austin, Texas. I'm at the park. I do my exercise and my cardio out here, and then it gives me a chance to multitask so I can reach out to you guys. Usyk had my mom cheering for him. She hates AJ. Usyk walks with the bad boys on the Street Fighters, like he says. Fury announced a monstrous fight 2 weeks ago. No update on who he's fighting. Yeah, that's true. So we'll see. We'll see if he's not lying to us again. He's a big bullshitter. You know that, right? He's a big bullshitter. Triple D's body is jelly. Deontay versus Daniel Dubois will be the same as Brazil. Yeah, he'll hit Dubois. And I'd feel sorry for Dubois because it's like Dubois doesn't have the mobility and the head movement to avoid a shot like that. Because what'll happen, Dubois will be trying to get to the inside and then gets clipped trying to get to the inside. That's it. That's how that fight will be. Easy. Now, if Dubois can somewhat get him on the ropes and throw some shots without Wilder getting off, He may do a little something because he has the power. But that shit'll be that. It'll, you know what that'll fight will be like? It'll be like Fury versus Dillian White. Well, if he drops Deontay Wilder's getting up. But you got to understand, that's a young, fresh boy. Dubois knocked out Joshua before. You mean tossing Tyson Fraudy? Joyce was a 4-1 underdog against Dubois. Yeah, he was. Because they thought all Dubois lands those big shots, he's gonna crack that big ass chin on Joe Joyce, and then that arrest that'll be the rest, fella. Kurt Zilli Zhang versus Artis Landbeck Markmadov. Zhang. Markmadov he's awkward, but he's not like, he throws these looping shots. Now, he's a big boy. He's a really big guy. But you know what? Arslanbek Markmadov, he's kind of strange, ain't he? I mean, he throws these punches, he makes these like weird twitches. Don't be surprised if you find out he's on something, if he's on the juice. Yeah, I seen that, man. I seen that. I'm gonna post that here somewhere. Wilder would give Triple D dancing legs. Pulev versus Hrgovic for the square jaw belt. Yeah, I would like that fight. Why not? Pulev versus Miller. Pulev versus Hrgovic for the square jaw belt. He'll give Dubois dancing legs. Yeah. Yo, Big Kurt, Martin McCauley versus Dillian White. What do you think? I am going with McCauley. If he catches White, White's done, bro. He's tough as hell. He's good. He's rugged. He's controversial. He's in your face. He's marketable, but he's 35 now, man. And I've seen him against Jermaine Franklin. Jermaine Franklin is a puncher. And he did that shit to Dillian White and made his ass. Them little legs started moving those legs like Day-Day. Joe Joyce versus Aris Landbeck Markmanov. That would be a good fight. Trevor Bryant was funny as F in the build-up. Yeah, he did market that and got knocked out in rounds 4. And 4 rounds. Pulev beats Big Baby. He could with that jab. Just keep that jab in his face. Alexander Krutuzov. Hello, how are you? I'm good, man. Zhang versus Otto Wallin would be interesting. Build up would be funny. Kurt, what if the Saudi tournament was a plan all along? Could it be possible if it works? And that's for sure. No, because his dad already said that Usyk would rather make the Saudi money than get knocked out in Wembley because Saudis may get offered the most money. That's what he said. Alexander, I am Phil. I am very Phil. Darby, here we go now. What else we got, guys, before I jump off of here? I am Phil. I am very Phil. Marlon, be live for Canelo this weekend? Yes, I will. I wonder how Wilder versus AJ press conference would go. You know, that's a good question. How will that be? I bet you Wilder's all quiet and Joshua's all nice. You know, that's why I wanted to see it years ago. Like I said, Joshua, I don't know how you got up here. I'm gonna knock you out. You stole everything from me. Joy still hasn't activated the rematch. No, he hasn't. He's thinking long and hard about that. Yeah, the left, I couldn't miss it. It just kept hitting me. I tried to establish the jab, but it was like I couldn't see. So like I tried to fight back, but the referee, stopped the fight. So it is what it is. I'm gutted. But I'll be back. I hear you, Terminator. You go get him, Terminator. Eubanks versus Smith. Who you going with, KD? Oh, that's a good one, too. I like Beefy Smith and Chris Eubanks Jr. I don't know, bro. I don't got a pony in it. I think Chris needs to redeem himself, though, if he wants to remain in this game. Alexander, love your videos, brother. Thank you for the effort. Appreciate you, brother. Boxing is on the recline, too, if you ask me, after this generation. Yeah, because we don't have anybody to fill it with. Okay, there's that other half. But guys, yeah, I think John's looking for attention. I think he wants people to hear him. He wants to be heard. So I think he brings up the people that are already heard. That's simple. I don't think AJ has any answers if Wilder says he's going to KO him. Yeah, they heard that before. I'm going to kill you. Yeah, I had that before. You got any other material? I'm going to knock you out. Joshua, you've been running, you and Eddie Hearn, that slave master. Y'all been running since day one. Chinese will be ready to start their own organizations to compete against the current one. Okay. Boxing Too Corrupt says Dilk D. Scott. It's been almost 4 years since Weiland and Fury fought. Weiland and still didn't get a good opponent since then. The Bama Hammer gonna use AJ's head for the T-ball. Wileen is a joke. We'll see. Kurt, would you like to see Anthony Joshua versus Jared Anderson? Absolutely. Dude, I would love to see AJ versus Jared Anderson. That shit would be dope. Boxing is corrupt. But yeah, I think John is looking for that buzz. I think that's why the numbers are where they are, because he had to call out AJ because AJ's the money man. I never seen someone that unimportant be talked about so much. But yeah, John Fury, Anthony Joshua, I could see that. AJ, you gotta get up there and you gotta crush him, AJ. Crush him? Crush him! Throw the left hook and right uppercut, you fucking bum. Let me see the Irish in you, AJ. I'm Nigerian. You Mick Shovelin Mick. You're Irish. I know your grandfather. We used to drink beers together. You've got some Irish in you, boyo. I want you to show it, damn you. Big up from London, Silver Fox. Silver Fox 1. Counterpunch to you. Fury is never fighting AJ and Usyk. Eddie is the reason why we have no Fury fights. But he won't do that. Which belt is more important, the Ring Magazine belt or the IBO? The Ring Magazine. Ryan Watterson. John's been around. He's 200 years of he's got 200 years of experience. But yeah, man, I'm gonna enjoy the rest of this day. John Fury, Anthony Joshua. It could work, but then no, it can't. But anyway, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me for this time being on the second continued version of this fight, live stream rather. God bless you all. Have a great day, and you all have been counterpunched. Peace.